All right, I'm getting so excited for you as we get deeper into the training. This is going to be a game changer for you, this module in particular, because it's all about your summary area here. You can see this is a critical thing. I want you to spend a ton of time crafting a pitch perfect summary. It has to be. Because if you think about how we work on LinkedIn, after we see someone's photo and their name and their job title, pretty much the next thing we see is usually their summary. And if the summary is not good, then we don't bother with the rest of their profile. It's like reading a book. If the first few sentences, if the first chapter isn't good, we stop reading. We throw the book, out. Okay? I don't want people throwing you out. I want them intrigued and excited. And so we're going to spend a lot of time talking about your summary, and I'm going to show you several examples of LinkedIn Rich's students that have created great summaries on their own to kind of help motivate you and inspire you and give you some ideas from across different professions. So you can see here in my area, I'm in the edit profile mode, and I just click, in the summary, and I can edit it. And, you get a limit on characters with LinkedIn, so you got to be careful not to be too long-winded. But there's a specific formula and strategy that I teach you to use with your summary. And here's what it is. Notice how I'm using all capital letters, what I do, how I do it, what others say. And the reason is, as you probably know by now, LinkedIn in your summary text area on your profile, you can't bold or italicize or underline text. So there's no way to stand out. What we've learned with the way people read online, whether it's a mobile device, a phone, anything like that, what they do is when they scan, right? We scan, we move up, we move down. We have to stop people. We need a big stop sign coming out. And that's what these capital letters do. And these quick little punchy phrases, they're also helping people know right away what you do, how you do it, who you serve. So then me, as a prospect looking at your profile, can immediately make that judgment call of, oh yeah, you know what? This person can help me achieve that. I want to learn more. So what I see is, what I do. And then I name my audience. I help, this type of audience achieve this type of goal. That's really the script that you can use. And I'll have that linked here, the actual template for how to write a good summary. But basically, it should say, what I do. And I'm actually going to write it out for you. I help, and then my ideal audience, achieve, and then their top goals by providing my service or product. It is that simple. It's that simple. I help this type of audience achieve this type of result, again, what they want, by providing whatever your service is. So let's break that down and show you some examples of it. So for me, it's what I do. I help, and I name some different audiences. Leverage LinkedIn to get more sales leads, add clients, and increase revenue. Very simple, right? So let's look at some other examples. This is David Rogers. He's a financial planner. What I do, and he's throwing in the experience card as well, because he's done this for 3 decades. For more than 30 years, I've helped thousands of individuals. See the credibility he's bringing there? And he's serving individual consumers, right? And businesses. Oh, okay, so there's 2 audiences now I'm reading. Create retirement plans. That's his service that he provides. And the benefit is that work for them, not against them. Okay, so let's look at Carl Baker, debt collection agency guy. What we do, we help businesses collect debts quickly, saving, see the benefit for his clients, saving business owners time, money, and hassle. Okay, let's look at John Morgan. He is a business coach. What I do, I teach everyone from, and he puts in audiences, Fortune 500 executives, celebrities, down to everyday entrepreneurs and small business owners. And the benefit for me, if I work with John, is life-changing success. See how this is working? Lisa, what I do, I help growing consulting firms, government contractors, and nonprofits, again, identifying specific audiences, and then here's the goal. They improve their profitability, increase capacity, improve cash flow, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and achieve return on investment. I'll show you a couple more real quick. So this is Karen, website designer for construction companies. We help high-end residential contractors, see that, there's her audience, and other independent service businesses grow their business. That's the benefit to them with marketing and modern websites. Okay? This could go on and on and on. But you understand now how that first part of your profile needs to go, what I do. Now I like the second part to say how I do it, right? Because again, expand a little bit about what your service or your product is. And so for me, I say how I do it. I provide this service, an online training program or on-site workshops or content, right? And then you can see other people will say the same thing, how I do it. And he's talking about, in this case, David, the financial planner, is talking about in as little as 10 minutes online, I can help you through an online quiz that he does, discover what you are or not doing right. I then work with you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Same thing, right? You can see the second sentence of Carl, the debt collector's profile, how we do it. As a third party, we're able to communicate with the debtor on your behalf and do this and do that. On and on and on it goes, right? And so same with John Morgan as a coach. For more than 15 years, I've worked with some of the world's largest brands. As a consultant, here's the things I provide. Here's the services. So you can see how this works. It all depends on what your process is. So what I do, how I do it, how it works, is what you want to really focus in on. Okay. And that's the key for all these different profiles. So you can see, here's another one, how do I help people is another one you can use. This is Aaron Mestel. He says, I help you gain an understanding of your financial situation. I help educate you on financial concepts. I help compare your current plan with your employee benefits and answer, any questions, all those types of things. So again, that's kind of the second key element, what I do, how I do it. Another thing I like to throw in is social proof, is credibility right away. So I always like to paste in testimonials, what others say. And you can see then I'm putting in some key testimonials from people that are going to say, here's specific results I got with John, here's the amazing things he's done for me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's a key thing. Now here's another idea with Carl has got a case study. Right? Here's a case study. That's social proof. So whatever you can put in there is great. Any kind of case studies or social proof help you a ton in that summary area. Here's one more example from Lisa Anderson, the consultant. What others say, Lisa transformed my thinking. My obstacles are now growth opportunities, right? And it's a real person. Right? Cassandra, small business owner. So that just helps build that instant credibility and trust with people right away in your summary. And notice I'm having you actually type in the testimonials. You can have testimonials obviously on LinkedIn show up later on down on your profile, and they'll be attached. And here is an example. I've got 22 recommendations, but see how they're kind of hidden? I mean, you have to click to expand it and look at more. I would much rather up high have this element, what others say, boom, right away. So that's something I want you to add. Either get testimonials from existing clients, case studies, statistics, proof, anything like that to build your credibility. One other thought for you, if you've been featured in the media, if you've won certain awards, anything like that, add that, where you've seen me, awards we've won, things like that, anything to build credibility. Hopefully that's jogging some things in your mind right now, anything like that to build more of that credibility. Another element that's great to add into your summary area is this phrase, why it matters, right? That's the old classic client refrain or question of, well, what's in it for me? Why should I work with you? What are you going to do for me, right? So if you can put that into your LinkedIn profile summary area, why it matters, and explain to them, here's the benefits you're going to get in detail, right? And so this is Karen, who does the websites for construction companies. As a general contractor, you need an eye-catching website that will impress architects and homeowners, right? Just like you go to great lengths to get all the details right in your custom homes that you build, you want to get all the notes right with your marketing. So she's playing to them perfectly, to that audience. Hey, you wouldn't build a crappy home on a bad foundation. Don't do the same thing with your website, right? This matters. You need a professional looking website. People judge a book by its cover. That she's making that very clear. Here's another example, totally out of left field. This is Stephen Gould. He does pest management training for pest management companies. I love this, right? He's talking about, what I do. Here I use, 50 years of pest management control experience to provide training and courses. But see this, why it matters. My clients, which are pest control companies, individuals and service providers, emerge from my trainings and workshops with certifications, insight, and experience, and make more money, right? Provide services more efficiently, more effectively, have more credibility with customers. So again, add in those elements, why it matters, what's in it for your clients. Now, another little area that you can add, and this is especially helpful for keywords on LinkedIn. I showed you in an earlier module how LinkedIn search works and it looks for keywords. You can see some people will take up space and say, here are specialties. And Carl, in this case, is putting in all kinds of keywords around debt collection, right? Late payments, business bad debt, because he knows when people search for some of those terms on LinkedIn, that's going to help trigger his profile. Here's another example with David Rogers where he's saying, here's my areas of expertise as a financial services professional: retirement planning, financial planning, investment services. So when I'm scanning it, I can see and go, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'm looking for a financial planner, or oh, actually I need help with 401k for my business. Oh, cool, this guy does that. Same idea with listing some of your specialties. Now, one other thing I really want to emphasize with the text of your summary profile is humanizing you a little bit, telling your story, okay? Taking at least a few sentences to relate to people just on a human kind of fun, level, to build a little camaraderie, a little likability. So let's look at Kathy Simpkins. She's a life and leadership coach for women in transition. She's got a great setup. I love Kathy. She actually told me, this is a fact, it's on my testimonial page, she started getting clients from this LinkedIn Riches training before she even finished the modules. It's because she's doing the right things right away just from her summary area and her experience. But look at this, what she puts in: my story, right? In large thanks to supportive women. And again, she's bonding with her audience, which is women, who are in career transition or having challenges. When I was a young mother in my 20s, I had my bachelor's from Penn State, and my primary passion is in helping women create a legacy for future generations of women to prosper, not just at home, not just at work. She's telling you a little bit about her passion, her story, why she does what she does. That's important for people to know. That is, well, why do you do it? What got you into the business? People always are curious, right? Like, what's behind all this? Why do you do it? Another great example is just putting in some fun. So David Rogers, a financial planner, says, hey, did you know I'm a huge Ohio State Buckeyes fan, which is a great football team, and sports fan. I love spending time with my two daughters, and I know more about princesses and Disney movies than any dad ever should, right? LOL, laugh out loud. Like, he's, again, throwing out some fun facts about who he is as just a person, as a dad to young daughters. Now think about when somebody comes to this guy to do financial planning, to do a college saving plan for their young daughter who, is in 5th grade or 7th grade. They're going to go, oh, David gets my world. We can bond talking about our daughters and Disney movies and princesses. That's just another way to build empathy with people, likability, trust, because again, David's a regular guy. Now, maybe if you're a Michigan football fan, you'll never call him, right? Because Michigan and Ohio State fans hate each other. But even then, it might be fun to needle each other to build a little camaraderie that way and have fun and then do some business. So definitely, within your comfort level, within what you're comfortable sharing, put in a few sentences about what you love to do. What are your hobbies? What are your passions? Do you have a family? Do you love dogs? Anything like that helps build and humanize you a little bit with people, and also then helps you later on, as I'll show you, when you're connecting and messaging with people, to do it around topics that aren't high pressure sales or work oriented, which is important when we're building relationships. All right, so that is a quick look at your LinkedIn summary text. I've given you a lot of examples. There's a script on this page to use, a formula, a template if you need that. Feel free to access that, to copy, to paste. Watch this back, see some of the examples from the different professions and industries that people are using. Tap into your own brain. Really answer some questions for yourself. Think about it this way. Write out a list of what are the benefits that I bring my clients? Okay, what are the benefits? Write those down, and that becomes part of your summary. What do people get when they work with me? What are the benefits they get? What are the services I provide? What kind of testimonials or case studies or data do I have to prove that I'm legitimate and good at what I do? What are some just quick fun facts about me? Some personality things like that. And one of the last things I want you to include toward the bottom of your summary, like David has here, is something along the lines of next steps or ready to talk in all capital letters. And he's got his contact info there because, again, people I don't want to call us lazy, but we want to have a quick way to reach you. If you've intrigued me enough with your profile summary and I want to do business with you, don't hide. Make it easy for me to find you, to call you, to email you, to visit your website. Now you'll notice David put in, here's my email and here's my website. On a LinkedIn, if you're looking at LinkedIn on a desktop or a laptop computer, these hyperlinks are not clickable. But the good news is, on a mobile device, on the LinkedIn app, these are clickable. The email will be clickable on a LinkedIn, the mobile app, on a phone. The website will be clickable so people can just tap it with their thumb on a mobile device and go right to his site. So again, definitely put in URLs, put in your phone number if you're comfortable with that, or your office number, put in your email, because that's a great way for people in the moment, in the heat of the moment, to be able to take that next step and contact you right away. They don't want to have to scroll up and figure out how to invite you and all that kind of stuff, right? They just want to, oh, okay, great, there's his email, I'm going to drop him a line. Here's one other example from Lisa Anderson's profile where she says, ready to talk? Boom, right? Contact me to schedule your business strategy session. Email, phone, website. So she's making it very, very easy for you to immediately tap one of those things on your phone, maybe even with the phone number. I'll have to check this on the LinkedIn mobile app. Maybe it'll even just open up the phone number. You can call her right there from your phone. Think about this. Make it convenient for people to reach out to you, to connect with you, to do business with you. Another quick way to phrase it, Karen says, next step. Let's connect here on LinkedIn. Visit me online. Here's my office hours. So again, whatever you're comfortable with, get it in there. Make sure people have an easy way to reach you. So again, that's a quick look at your summary area. Make sure you take a lot of time and craft this really well. Use the scripts that I've put on this page, some of the helping, phrases and templates and things like that. Take time to jot down on a piece of paper or on a new document on your computer, what are the main benefits that people get from working with me? Again, the client-facing idea. What's in it for them if they partner with you, if they use your product, your service, your consulting, your business, right? List out those benefits, and then let's put those into your summary in bullet form or just as a couple sentences, however you want to list that out. Think about a few personal things about yourself that you can share for kind of human branding, like I talked about, to build some empathy and likability. And think about who your audiences are. Think about what products or services you give them. And it's a huge mind shift. I know for a lot of you listening right now, it's a huge mind shift from, gosh, right now I just have it like a resume, right? Here's where I went to college, and here's where I worked, and here's my job titles. Nobody cares about that, right? We've established that by now. They do not care, but they do care about what you can do for them. So when you reformat your summary this way, it's going to make a world of difference. You're going to start getting leads right away, okay? As soon as people see that stuff, and again, assuming you have ready to talk or next steps or, how to work with me type phrases in there, people then are going to be able to reach out to you quickly, effectively, efficiently, in the heat of the moment, right after they read it, and they're excited to talk more with you, to get into your funnel, and off we go. So I'll see you in the next module. We got a lot more to cover, but man, I'm getting excited for you because this is the game-changing, difference-making stuff now that we're getting into. All right, I'll see you in the next video.